When you take photos with your phone, have you ever thought, why do my photos look so bad? And today I'm going to answer that question for you. Smartphones have become an integral part of society. Whether it is you want to call someone, whether it is you're lost in a new city, whether it is you just want to doom scroll, you can do all of that within this little guy. So with everyone having a phone, it has become more accessible to get started in photography, that every phone has a camera, either good, bad, better or worse. Everyone has one. And today I'm gonna tell you why your phone photos look so different from a camera one. So in the end, it comes down to about three things. First, a phone is trying to do a lot of stuff. As I said earlier, you can call, you can take photos, you can go in your Maps app to find out where you are, you can doom scroll, you can search the web for any information you want. And the miracle of engineering so tiny that you can do basically anything with it. Of course, the more things you try to do, the worse you're gonna be individually at them. So just comparing the size, compare the size of this lens right here to this. It is a pretty big difference, and the size is justified. People don't make these lenses this big just because. They need to be kind of big to get better optics, better focus, better sharpness than a phone could ever get. Second of all is sensor size. Sensor size is very important even between cameras. So for example, my camera sensor compared to a smartphone, it is up to 30 to 40 times bigger than a phone sensor. Really let that sink in. That means it lets 30 to 40 times as much light in the sensor compared to a smartphone. Of course, that is gonna make a big difference, whether it is in low light performance, in sharpness, and in depth of field. I really want to touch on this topic because most phones have a setting in your camera. I'm gonna show you. Here we are in the camera app. So you really can't get much depth of field unless you're like really close to the camera. So as you can see right here, I'm going to take the picture and show it to you. You can see the background is a bit blurry, nothing compared to a full frame sensor and a good camera. Most phones have here what they call portrait mode. And what that does is that simulates a shallow depth of field of a real camera. But a phone doesn't achieve that for having a low f-stop and a big sensor. A phone achieves that with processing. And that's how phones get really good results with some images. Then we have to factor in size. My camera compared to my phone is way bigger and way less practical to bring around. My phone fits in my pocket. My camera doesn't. That creates some friction, and most people just rather have their phone in their pocket, and when they want to take a picture, they take it out rather than bringing a full camera setup around everywhere they go. Now, I understand that some people like me prefer quality over practicality. One isn't better than the other. It's really up to personal preference. Now, what are some things you can do to improve your phone's photos? First, you could use an external camera app that allows you to change shutter speed, ISO, and stuff like that. Once you understand exposure, you can control the grain in your image. So you can set the ISO as low as possible and set the shutter speed to a comfortable amount. So you can do, for example, long exposures or shoot fast-moving subjects and freeze action. Then you should be aware of optical zoom and digital zoom. Most cameras, like in this phone, you can zoom as much as you want, like this sliding. But if you want to get the best image quality, you have to choose the presets that your phone has. So for example, I know my phone has 3 cameras. One ultra wide angle, the 0.5, this is great quality. The other one is 24mm, is the 1x. This is also gonna get you great image quality. And then the 5x. This is also gonna get you great image quality. So if you choose any of those in-between zooms, basically what your phone does is digitally zoom in your image. What that does is the same as you taking a picture and then you're cropping in to make it closer. You are not gonna get great image quality from that, but if you really want to do that and you feel like the image still looks good, I mean, who am I to tell you not to do it? So, to finish this video up, should you choose camera or phone? It comes down to personal preference. If you want to be practical, if you want to go lightweight, if you want to have it always in your pocket and still get decent image quality even though not as much as a camera, if you think the phone is fine for you, go with the phone. If you want to level up as a photographer or a videographer, I believe you should go with a camera. It doesn't matter which one. Just pick a camera, go out and shoot. It is the best way for you to improve, either in photography or videography. Thank you for watching the videos, and if you want to learn more about photo shoots, watch this video right here.